Hey everybody. On November 23rd, 2023, our lives were changed forever when God took Griffin to his forever home. We've entered into a new season of life now as we learn to live each day without Griffin. And in return, we're praising our Father with our everything. As God is sovereign, I know that this was a part of his plan all along.
I was promised by the Father early on when this happened that through Griffin's death, lives would be changed. Freedom would be found in the lives of those who are stressed, feeling depressed, experiencing an identity crisis, and trying to determine who they are or what were they even created to be. And he has promised me in all of this, and I've shared, that through this, freedom for those living in unforgiveness or self of others will be found in all of the other things that I mentioned.
We are all called to be life changers. Griffin struggled with a lot of the things that were just mentioned, and we would have long conversations about it all. Griffin thought that he could logic his way into heaven at one point. Our prayers were answered, and the great news is that he didn't have to rely on logic, which is the struggle for so many. February 19th, 2023, he said, "I'm tired of running and trying to figure this out all on my own." And he laid it all down and proclaimed his salvation through baptism on that day.
This is Griffin's story, and we are ready to continue to share it with the world, and this trip will be the start. There has been a divine connection with the island of Exuma and the people there after a back-to-back mission trip in 2017 and 2018. Before Exuma, Griffin's life was filled with different labels that he tried to fit himself into when really he was struggling to fill a void of hopelessness. He was searching for his true label. While in Exuma, Griffin had a conversation with Pastor Garth, sharing the desires of his heart to determine what the label truly was. Pastor Garth told him, "I believe God wants to use you, if only you would make yourself available." Through those words, Griffin felt God speak through Pastor Garth, giving him the title Messenger. Griffin became the messenger for so many, and it ended up that his mission field was the show choir community. He began to unite people who were looking for the same thing that he was. He would reach out to others and use his God-given gift as messenger to let the Lord use him as he would meet them in their time of need.
So now it's time for us to do the same. And we are very excited about planning a mission trip that'll be happening this July 6th through 12th. Our focus will be twofold.
First, one of the greatest challenges for the island are the number of single-parent families who cannot provide for their children or extended families living all together in one location. Therefore, Mount Hermon Union Baptist Church has started a children's haven for the small community of Exuma. The children's haven will be a place for children to go and live while being fed, supported, and given an opportunity to be involved in the community while also going to school. It is almost complete, but they are still in need of additional financial support. Therefore, we will be taking those whom the Lord is leading to go and support our efforts to raise funds for the Children's Haven. Because of the mighty impact show choir has had on Griffin and the lives of so many others, we would like to introduce Exuma to show choir. This trip will be open to area show choir students that were impacted by Griffin and his life. These students will present the show multiple times on the island of Exuma to raise funds. We will develop a mini show focused on presenting the gospel of Christ. We will also offer a show choir camp led by those who performed to the children of the island.
The second focus of the trip will be freedom. We will have pastors and trained counselors available to take a break for a few days to focus on a time of healing for each student volunteer. The island of Exuma is referenced as the last stop before heaven by the locals because the island is just like paradise. So our goal is to allow everyone to just slow down, stop, and reflect upon what they're struggling with and to find freedom. One of Griffin's biggest struggles was believing that he was loved unconditionally. In trying to determine how best to show Griffin how much he was loved, his mom came up with a phrase when he was very young. She would tell him, "I love you till the ocean meets the sky." And if she could love him that much, how much more did our Father love him? His mom has shared that to her surprise, after Griffin's passing, she discovered that he would share that same phrase with his friends who would struggle to understand love.
Therefore, we are titling this trip Until the Ocean Meets the Sky, Exuma 2024. It means so much to myself and to so many others that we are able to do this. And it will only be through the support of you and anyone else that reaches out and is willing to lend a helping hand. So with that, we will be sharing information after this on where you can donate and how you can help. And we thank you for that. We also have discussed the fact that we wanted to share our thanks and support, or thanks for the support that y'all have given us throughout this entire time. The prayers, heartfelt love, you being the hands and feet of Christ have just meant so much to us and our family. And it is never going to be forgotten. And we want to take it and share with the world.
Thank you, guys. We love you so much.